Worcestershire 169 for 6, Cox 55 *, Ali 41, beat Lancashire 149, Jennings 51 *, Brown 4-21, by 20 runs. ScorecardWorcestershire's first appearance at finals day is not to be a brief encounter. Despite posting what seemed to be no more than a par total of 169 in their semi-final against Lancashire Lightning, Moeen Alis bowlers sucked the life of their opponent's reply and ended the first semi-final deserved victors by 20 runs. Pat Brown, the tournament's leading wicket-taker in his first full season, finished with a late flurry of wickets to return 4 for 21 in an extraordinary summer. Lancashire meanwhile are clearly not morning people. In 7 appearances at finals day they have now lost the first semi-final on 4 occasions. Once again, the big occasion is the big disappointment. But perhaps it was to be expected. Most people fancied Lancashire, which is normally enough to condemn them to an early afternoon trip back up the M6. And so it is again. Worcestershire's innings was an odd affair, a fact reflected in its 2 Manhattan 2 skyscrapers. Moeen Alis levied 23 runs off Liam Livingstone's only over, the third of the innings and one in which Lancashire's captain lost his line. But having reached 37 without loss halfway through the power play, Worcestershire managed only 96 more runs off the next 15 overs and lost 6 wickets in the process. Their travails were most grisly when they lost 3 wickets off successive balls in what was something of a mongrel hat-trick. Ali was caught by James Faulkner at long off for 41, Brett D'Oliveira was run out by Toby Lester without facing, and Tom Fell was stumped by Josh Buttler for 23 to leave Worcestershire on 70 for 4 after 8.1 overs. Liam Livingstone, Lancashire's captain, defended James Faulkner after a minor calf strain left him unable to bowl at the death, and Worcestershire escaped to what proved to be a match-winning total. Livingstone said of Faulkner's spell, limited to 2 overs, "He has been one of the best death bowlers in the world for the last few years, so it was disappointing not to have him, but he pulled his calf so you can't expect him to bowl when he's walking on one leg. We backed our bowlers to do the job, we just didn't bowl well enough at the right times. The way Mo played early on, things got away from us a little bit and we were always looking to drag it back, and the way Pat Brown bowled, trying to read his variations is pretty tough. He's got a good method that's worked for him, and there's a reason that he's right up there in the wicket-taking." The batsman's struggle was caused by Lancashire's leg spinners, Matt Parkinson and Zahir Khan, who conceded 47 runs off their 8 overs and took 3 wickets. Zahir claimed the vital wicket when the Worcestershire skipper miscued a big hit. Parkinson was a comparable irritant to the batsmen, removing both Tom Fell and Ross Whiteley while conceding as many runs in 4 overs as Livingstone had leaked in just the 1. The innings continued in a similar vein until the penultimate over when Ben Cox hit 3 sixes into the Hollies stand-off Toby Lester, who having conceded 26 runs off his first 3 overs now went for 27 in his 4th. Cox ended the innings with 55 not out, secure in the knowledge that he had given his side a total at which they could bowl. His unbroken stand of 72 with Barnard, who was unbeaten on 28, was to prove vital to Worcestershire's fortunes. Lancashire's innings did not enjoy the spectacular overs enjoyed by the Rapids, and that was probably integral to its failure. None of Livingstone's batsmen could match the decisive innings played by Ali and Cox, and all of them found it difficult to cope with the off-spin of Ali, who bowled Josh Buttler off the bottom edge for 12 and finished with 2 for 16 from 4 overs, which reeked of international class. Neither could Livingstone do more than make 30 off 18 balls before he thick-edged Ed Barnard to D'Oliveira at short third man. Jennings tried to anchor the last half of the innings but found no one who could help him score at a rate which climbed steadily. Needing 44 off the final 4 overs, Lightning lost 3 wickets in the 19th, bowled by Brown, who ended the innings with figures of 4 for 21. But Ali's accuracy, Barnard's 2 runouts and the coolness of Worcestershire's fielders were just as vital to this fine result for a county which once again exceeded some expectations. Their players now have a final to which they can look forward. As for Lancashire, here they are again. Losing the first semi-final of the Blast is like leaving a party before it's got going. The music's tedious, the decent booze hasn't arrived, and nobody's made an exhibition of themselves. Yet here you are, out on the street, and God has banished all taxis from the face of the earth. Their supporters, meanwhile, are all revved up with no place to go. Except back to Lancashire. With what will they console themselves? Maybe there's live football on the telly. There usually is. Or come to think of it, they could watch the final of the Blast. Actually, on second thoughts, maybe not.